Hello everyone, this is Alex. Welcome back to Alflex Fit E007 podcast. Today I did a very interesting research and I realized that 60% of wealth here in Kenya is held by 10% of the population and the remaining 90% is holding barely 40%. Kitu ilifanya ni realize this thing is simply because I was wondering why are many of us having these big dreams yet we are not achieving them in the first place. We are not achieving them. Years pass. Back in the days, our parents had these dreams. They wanted good life and such kind of a thing, but at the end of the day, they still don't have that. And I was thinking to myself, why is this happening? Or why the fuck is it like this? And I realized it's simply because of the way we were raised. The system itself, the education system, venye tulifunzwa shule. Ukipitia shule tulikuwa tunaenda, tuseme umeanguka science ama geography ama social, unapata mwalimu anakutandika viboko hadi unashangaa man. Hadi unashinda kwani kuanguka ni mbaya. They give us that mentality that you should not fail. You should not fail. Plus, ukimaliza hapo, they tell you that if you get good grades, you can go out there, usomea a good course, upate good grades pia. Ukitoka hapo uende utafute a good job, of which you will work your ass off. And then one day, you will buy your dream car, or maybe you will buy your dream house, or such kind of a thing. And I realized that inje tulipewa, it's a scam. Everything is fucked up. Literally, simply because ukiangalia hapa inje, that is not how people make money. That is not how people make money. That means tulipitia system yenye haikutufunza how to make money literally. It showed us just how to be a slave in the economy of making money. Because look very well. A business, if I open a business today, that business is expected to make money. And you get. That means mtu mwenye ametoka shule akakuja akaandikwa kwa hii biashara, he's just employed in a machine that is generating money. To him, he is thinking he is making money, but at the end of the day, he's a slave making money for a machine. For a business machine that is running. And that is what it is. That is how we were structured to think by the education system. Ukitoka hapa nje unapata the banking system nayo imekugoja hivi. Unapata the taxation, unapata everything. All of these things, finances, all of these things ni vitu tu kufunzwa shule. And these things are the ones that are totally vital out here. Ukiangalia vizuri, a lot of us have dreams. We have things we want to achieve. Wewe unataka kununua mansion, mimi nataka sijui kununua udi, wewe mwingine anataka kununulia mamake sijui gari, mwingine anataka kupeleka mamake hosi ama nini. We all have these dynamic big dreams, but at the end of the day, we still need the money to do that. Na venye tulifunzwa shule how to make money through a job, nowadays it's not enough. Because ukiangalia vizuri, kampuni nazo, they are cutting cost. They don't want to employ you. To the company, you are literally a cost. Nani get? That means, wakikuandika, you are stealing their money. And that is why they don't want to employ you. And if they employ you, they want to pay you even less. They don't want to raise your income or such kind of a thing. Utashinda ukingengana nipe raise. At the end of the day unatoka job, unatoka hii job, unaenda ile ingine unatoka and so on and so forth. 30 years down the line, boom. You have achieved nothing. You don't have a dream. For instance, look at this. I remember back in 2024, nilipiga simu kwa BMW, offices za BMW hapa Nairobi, and I asked, okay, how much is BMW X7? And these people told me 18 million. And I calculated, I sat down with a calculator and I was like, okay, 18 million for a car. So that means nikilipwa 100,000 per month. Nikosa kutumia that 100,000 for the next 15 years. Yani nikuwe tu a robot. I'm not spending a penny on that 100,000 yenye nalipwa. I'm not being taxed. I'm not doing anything. At the end of the day, after 15 years, I'll be able to buy that BMW. Look very well. Jobs today, ukipata job inakulipa 100k, you are so freaking lucky, bro. Like, what's up? You are so lucky. Maybe your skill is so high, literally. And at the end of the day, utapata those who have such high paying job, they are very few. You know? And that means most of the people are getting jobs zenye ziko below, maybe hata tuwapee kubwa sana ikuwe 70k, below 70k and such. Unapata huyo msee, with this economy, cost iko juu. Everything is costly. Like, inflation is high. Like, you need to spend more money to buy small things. You know? Inflation is high. That means your 70k doesn't make any sense anymore. Your 100k doesn't make any sense anymore. No. That is what I'm saying. The sponsor of this video today is Unravel the Edges of Masculinity. This is a book that I wrote back in 2024. It has a lot of topics you can explore. As you know, guys, I don't have sponsors in the show. So with you supporting and grabbing a copy, I can be really grateful for you doing that. Grab your copy today. Delivery ni all over Kenya. You can get your copy wherever you are at. If you are in Mombasa, Nairobi, wherever you are at, we deliver to that place. So grab a copy today. Back to the show. You depend on a job. Unaketi pahali unafikiria, okay, one day if I work my ass off, I work. At the end of the day, I will be able to buy my dream car. I'll be able to buy I don't know what. I'm here to tell you, man, that path is fucked up. Unless you are employed as a salesperson, simply because a salesperson, he has the capacity of maybe increasing his sales volume and in terms of commission. Now you actually have an edge of making money, big money. If you can be in a position of understanding sales and marketing, that is why it is very important. For instance, ukiangalia vizuri, if you understand sales and marketing psychology, uende kwa kampuni kama Safaricom, uambie, I have this deal and I can do for you a good freaking advertising. Hata nyinyi mtapenda, unaona? Utengeneze good advertising and such kind of a thing. At the end of the day, you write a contract with Safaricom, uambie, because of my skills of selling, or maybe any other company, because of my skills of selling, you have to give me a cut of the things of the pesa yenye italiziwa na promotion. No. That means if that company raises over 100 billion with your commercial, at the end of the day, you are entitled to get maybe 20 billion or maybe 5 billion according to the percentage yenye mmegawana, simply because you are a salesperson. You understand skills, and that means ukiwa a salesperson, you can go to one business or another simply because you are the one actually dictating your value. Unaenda kwa kampuni unawaambia today, maybe in the next, because you have a skill, unaenda unawaambia in the next 5 months, if you give me a chance, I will make sure I make you over 100 million. And because you have sales skills, you engage them, and at the end of the day, wanakupatia a commission. Ukitengeneza maybe 100 million, unapata commission yako ya maybe 40 million ama 30 million and such. At the end of the day, you have the dynamics. You can, when unachoka kampuni unawaambia kuja hapo, I will either employ you or I will fire you. Not the other way around. You know, as a salesperson, unaweza enda unaambia kampuni, okay, if you don't give me better terms, I can go to the next company, to your competitor. What's up? As simple as that. You stand a chance to negotiate. But if you have these skills, is a shule sijui unafanya sijui nini, I have a degree, bro, you're fucked. And that is literally what it is. That is how the economy is. That is how they created this money, this paper money. Ukiangalia vizuri hii pesa yote, if you have you ever asked yourself, by the way, I asked my mom this question, have you ever asked yourself where this paper money comes from? Hizi makaratasi zenye tunalipa nazo duka, unaenda unanunua sukari ama hizi namba ziko kwa M-Pesa yako, who owns that number? Who gave you that number? Literally, it originated from who? No. And if you ask yourself that question, you have to understand that hii pesa yote yenye iko in circulation, this is not our money. It's not your money. It is money that you have to give back to the society. That is why ukilipo salary, first of all you pay the taxes, then you pay people who you are buying things for. Literally, it's not your money. Hiyo si pesa yako. That is a government commodity, literally. And that means the government sets the rule of how this money can operate. And if you don't understand the rules, ulifuata ile procedure walikupea ya kwenda ukue slave, at the end of the day, you end up making slave money. And you end up not achieving what you wanted in life. Because that process yenye walitufunza, it's meant just for that. To make us slaves and go there and just be employed and then die without achieving, and pay taxes. I forgot that. Pay taxes and then die. As simple as that. So, you guys, we have to think of how we can maneuver ourselves out of this, because we can't achieve our dreams with a job. Forget about it totally. Start thinking different. How can you build a business? Simply because I remember telling you back in some episodes back, becoming wealthy or successful in something is about giving a solution. And if I have a problem and you have the solution, that means you can sell it to me at a fee. You get me? And if your problem is so valuable, I can pay you so much more for that solution. Nanishika. And to actually figure out a solution, hapa sasa ni penye you have to think. You have to think with your creative mind. You have to engage your 100 billion neurons in your brain, so that you can think outside the box and come up with a solution, of which it is yet another thing yenye hatukufunzwa. Shule hatukufunzwa kufikiria. You were told, this is the script, follow this. If you don't give me this, you fail. No. That is why I'm saying this system is fucked. And out here, ukienda na hiyo mentality ati, okay, you're not thinking critically, at the end of the day, you are stuck. You are literally stuck. I won't lie to you. I won't sugarcoat anything. That is all it is. If you can't offer a solution to 1 billion people here in Kenya, maybe let's say 1 million people here in Kenya, at the end of the day, there is no way you're going to be able to raise money that can actually achieve your dream of buying mansions and such kind of thing. And if you look very well, if I'm pretty honest with you, people who are successful, angalia ma celebrities kama, I don't know, Calligraph Jones, all these gangsters, these people have achieved something big simply because they managed to serve a lot of people. They have a big audience. No. And without that big audience, I don't think there is a way you can be in a position of making big success in your life. You have to offer a solution, then this big audience is willing to pay you for. You get me? And that is something that you have to train yourself out here. You have to delete the entire system yenye tulifunzwa back in school. You have to delete every bullshit yenye tuliambiwa sijui nini. All of these things. You have to delete the fact that haufai kuanguka, ati ukianguka unachapa viboko. Like, no, you have to delete that and understand that out here is trial and error. You have to try something. Ukiona, okay, this is an idea that I have. You go tomorrow, you implement. Ukianguka, oh, hey, wow, hey, nimeanguka hapo, what the fuck? This is life. Unaamka, unajidust and you move on. And that way you find that your life is constantly moving ahead, one step at a time. Because there's nothing as worse as watching life slip by, watching years go by. You know, like, you just here seeing life is slipping by your hands and you're doing nothing about it. And then 30 years down the line, you still don't have the dream you had. Like, what the fuck? That should piss you off real bad. It should piss you off real bad. We have these big dreams, and nobody is coming to give us those dreams. They're not coming served in a fucking platter or something. No, these are things that we have to go out there and chase. We have to hunt them down simply because nobody is coming to give us. And guess what? If you don't push yourself, you are literally fucked simply because watu wanangengana hapa nje. People have problems. And if you don't work on fixing your problems, nobody will come to help you out. You will suffer. First of all, lazima ufike kwa kulala kwa mtaro kwanza. Simply because you don't want to help yourself. You know, the only way of helping, in fact, for instance, like for me in this podcast, I can talk, I can talk, but at the end of the day, there's no way I can help you. You are the one to help yourself. Me pia by then nimesikiza watu wengi, Bedro Schoolian, Andrew Tate, you know, Wes Watsons, all of these, David Goggins, all of these people, nimewasikiza, and they have been giving me this empowerment and such. But at the end of the day, they can't help me. Literally. If I don't wake up today and do what I need to do to achieve what I want, David Goggins won't come to help me. As simple as that. And this podcast, hata tukiongea hivi we talk and such kind of a thing, I'm not helping you. I'm just trying to share ideas so that you can maybe start to think of what you want. You know, you go there for what you want. For me, I want a big podcast, and that is why I took the decision of sacrificing myself. I bought this arm stick for me, and a microphone, so that I can build what I fucking want. You get me? And that is what I'm saying. So nobody is coming to help you. Nobody can help you. Literally, you are the one to help yourself. You are the one to go to God and say, God, you brought me here. You gave me these big dreams. Give me big ideas and help me to focus on these things, simply because hapa nje distraction itaua dream yako vibaya sana. For instance, with these phones and all of these distractions that we have, especially phone, because wacha niseme vitu screens are literally killing us. We are addicted to screens, no, and that way unapata, instead of putting more time in focusing on what we want or the dreams that God have given us, unapata that we are spending so much time focusing on what others are doing. We are spending so much time scrolling on fucking TikTok. We are spending too much time doing things that are not helping us elevate one step at a time. And that is something you have to force yourself out of, simply because this is the mind, this is the brain, this is the conditioning of the brain. No, I don't want to elongate this video any further. And if you got any value from this video, by the way, and you stuck to this very freaking end, that is freaking amazing, man. And that is great support for me, and I'm really freaking grateful because of that. So consider subscribing, liking, sharing, share to your friend, because maybe they can learn one or two things and we can help each other to grow one step at a time. So thank you so much. I really hope to see you at the top. Adios.